Hi, I'm Jake. This is me. This is also me. Well, after a few drinks. Hold up. Let's rewind a little bit there. Oh, hi. And this was also me, but that has nothing to do with this story. When I was in college, I studied abroad in Japan for a semester and I realized that I really loved to travel. Ever since then, I've had the bug. Experiencing a totally different culture. Eating new foods and meeting interesting people. I just can't get enough. These are my stories. And this is Jake Versus. Now let's start this series off with something from my longest and most meaningful experiences abroad. Something from Japan. Let's talk about Hanami.
Yeah! Hanami, let's get drunk!
Hanami is a custom in Japan about celebrating the arrival of spring. And one of the first signs of spring is the blossoming of the sakura trees. Usually from the end of March till about May, these cherry blossoms pop up all around Japan. Hanami, I can believe you are one of the most beautiful things I have seen. Poetry. 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 Ah, that's hot! Originally, this tradition was established to appreciate and enjoy the beauty of new life by admiring these flowers. But nowadays, it's more about the appreciation of booze. But more on that later. Right now, I want to explain a little bit more about the history of this custom. Hanami originated in the Nara period of Japan, but the Heian period is when it really took off. Roughly between the years of 800 and 1200, the Heian period can be characterized by three things: beauty, literature, and Buddhism. Knowing these three things about the Heian period, it's easy to see how Hanami became commonplace in this era. The cherry blossoms also served a practical purpose. They announced when rice planting season started. So in thanks, the people offered sake to the gods or kami that they believed lived in the trees. Wait, did I read that right? I'm assuming offering sake means...
Da 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 da.
Shot! 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 Everybody! I swear drunk. I'm not flower god. You're pretty. Outdated music reference. Check. Actually, now that I think about it, Hanami today is pretty much the same as it was back in the old days. Just another reason to have a few drinks in public. Today, Hanami is still centered around the flower viewing, which by the way is the literal translation of Hanami, but there's a greater emphasis on hanging out with friends in the parks and drinking. Actually, the end of Japan's fiscal and school year both occur at the end of March, so there's a lot of reasons for people to celebrate around this time. I first arrived in Japan right around the Hanami season, so this was actually one of my first impressions of Japan. My friend Guido and I were invited to a Hanami party in Shinjuku, Gyoen, the biggest park in all of Tokyo, and one of the most visited Hanami viewing locations in Japan. So this was one of my first times traveling around Tokyo, so I was bound to get lost at some point. Now, being an overachiever, I managed to get lost in the train station, in Shinjuku. Where are we? And once again, in Shinjuku Park. First we got lost in the station, which was fun. Then we got lost in Shinjuku. Now we're lost in the park. Yep. This whole not knowing where anything is business made Guido and I 2 hours late to the party. After some more aimless wandering, we decided to give up on trying to find our new friends. But not all was lost. No. We still had a 6-pack of Asahi Super Dry each, and one of the best views in the world. It's hard to find something quite like this in a city as bustling as Tokyo. Hanami still reminds us that life is short, yet beautiful. Go out and enjoy the scenery once in a while. Now getting home, that was another story. Where are we? Next time on Jake Versus. I have the most delicious food baby in my stomach.
Maybe he has to sing the song.
I kind of want to have the baby and then eat it again.
I don't know.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how good this place is. I'm about to explode with happiness.